What is happening over there?
Some crazy shit.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Dose of Dysfunction. I am your host, the life coach, and with me is the resident redneck.
Howdy, y'all.
And tonight we have the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, the legendary Redbeard.
The
Hey, happy to be here.
legendary Redbeard.
What nobody knows is, Eric, you were like at the precipice of this. Big word.
Eric
He
is
was
the-
at the start.
Eric is the whole reason this ever happened.
Yeah, you are a lot of that
Ultimately.
reason right there. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
question being with that is, why did it take you so long to come do this with us?
Too many years apart.
Too many years apart.
That's probably it. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
That's because you're a pussy.
Oh, thanks, Brock.
So nice of you. So nice
Oh,
of
I
you.
feel so welcome here.
Well, we are happy to have you. And for all of
Happy to be
those listening to the podcast and hearing you the first time, Eric was very much at the start of this and should have been on here a lot sooner.
Yep.
And we hope to have some of your great dysfunctional talk added in on this.
Plenty of that to go around.
So we're, for you, Eric, because anybody who's listened to us knows we're pretty much one take, one shot, live, raw, whatever you want to call it.
Uncut.
Uncut.
Unedited.
Yeah. We
Jimmy,
just
get
go.
down.
We,
Get to the chopper.
we see where this rabbit hole's going to take us. So,
Okay.
Are you prepared?
No, let's do it.
I
Oh,
was not prepared.
I wasn't prepared. They didn't set this up. So,
He asked me those questions under false pretenses.
he made suggestions.
I still
Is it
didn't
too
get
late
my
to opt out,
$50.
No, you're locked in. You're locked and loaded and ready to go. So, that being said, we normally try to have a topic.
Okay.
And what tonight we will have going on is,
Quick question.
yeah,
On this week, in 1972, Bill Withers released the single. Any guesses?
no,
Nothing?
I'm lost.
Lean on me.
Should've
I'll
guessed
be
that.
your friend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I love it. I actually really did like the Lean On Me song.
Lean on me.
Did you watch the movie?
Lean on me.
They used that. Oh, no. The movie with
I'll be your friend.
Jim Belushi or his brother. One of the Belushis. The Stand By Me. Wasn't he in that?
Stand by me.
Was he in that?
I think he was in that.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's old. It's like 80s old.
It's a Belushi movie. It's old.
Oh, dude, I love Belushi movies
Fuck
as a
yeah.
kid.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
good shit. K9? Like when he
Yep.
was, yeah,
K9?
that was good.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah, but I'm talking the other Belushi.
I'm talking both the Belushis.
Yeah, no,
Alright,
that's true.
come
That's good. That's good.
Come
I
on
I
now.
like it. So, my topic was, and I will credit my wife with this. Will you quit slamming stuff around?
Sorry.
No, then you
I know. Do it again.
mess up chords.
What are you talking about? I'm doing just fine.
All right.
For the first time ever.
I
on the
know. That's
podcast.
why I
Sorry,
said
Brock.
I think
Yeah.
flipping them this way works. No, she made a comment and I was like, I've never heard that before. And it is about tears. Did you know that there are different types of tears?
You-
I have heard that. Isn't
I
there,
have
like
never
9
heard
different
this.
types of tears.
I've never heard this. All I've heard is "Quit crying, you pussy! Get up, let's do
Well,
this."
right, that's
Of
what I'm
course you
saying.
would.
So there are actually, in my research today, there are 3 types of tears in humans. There is, I think one's a basal tear. No.
The first one's a basal.
The first one's a basal tear. And that is the natural, like, what you keeps
Oh
your
my
eyes.
god, you yawned and no. You're talking about like whatever just keeps your eyeballs
Yeah,
wet so
that-
you don't dry out.
That's the, and then the other tier, it's like a reactive tier, is for irritants.
Right, like allergies. And shit.
allergies, dirt,
Sneezing.
yeah, sun, whatever it is that like
It's
some.
the oh shit, they squeezed me too hard and I teared.
Well, no, it's not that tier, but it's also the like onions. You know,
Oh.
onion.
Motherfuckers get me every time.
Every time.
But you know why that is? It actually like lets off a gas.
'Cause I'm a pussy and I need to
Oh,
step it up.
Jesus Christ, no.
Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, rub some dirt in your eyes to block the onions, but yet cry because you're still irritated.
Quit crying, you pussy.
And the other one is like a psychic tear. It's emotional tears. It's
Oh,
based
that's
on
the weenie
emotion.
Tear, right?
Well, it depends on which emotion you're talking about. Here's the thing I learned about that. It's the emotional tears, like, because your basal tear is very functional, right? It keeps your eye lubricated.
Mhm.
You need it. The reactive tear, I'm getting that one wrong. There's a different name, but basically the tears for...
I'm getting that one wrong. Let's just state that up.
Yeah, I'm just being straight.
You would have had a better chance at guessing what that was had I known the name. But you don't, so suck it up, pussy.
Right. So you've got that one is what it is. It's a functional, but the ones that they don't quite understand that they're doing a lot of research is the emotional ones.
Those, yeah. So your Titanic tears.
Sure, but it can be. But
Isn't that what everybody cries about now? Is the Titanic?
Oh, probably. But
Like
you know,
20 years ago.
One fucking boat runs into an iceberg and
well,
everybody's upset. And the movie was great. I should just go watch it and it's fucking right off.
the one that they use most of the time is what do they call it? Crocodile tears.
Yes, crocodile
heard
tears.
those.
Yeah. So you know where that comes from? Is they say that crocodiles apparently like when they eat something
Mama said it's because
cry like
they got so
they
many
get
teeth
tears.
and no toothbrush to brush them with.
Oh, shit.
All right, Bobby Boucher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She showed me her boobies and I liked them.
That's Vicky Valancourt. Vicky Valancourt showed me her boobies, and I like those too.
So, all right. Well,
We're on full throttle tonight.
We are.
Full throttle.
This is
We got
what-
the
It's
beard.
more
We
or
got the
less.
red beard in the house. It's full throttle time.
I was gonna say this is what happens when you get Brock lubricated.
Ooh. See, and you know what's funny is a
Pre-gaming.
lot of people don't like that word, but I love the word lubricated.
I don't like the word moist.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
I love the word lubricate.
That's because
It
you're
sounds so dirty and so clean all at the same time.
that.
Telling you right now, that's how you make a baby and have fun.
Well, that.
Lubrication.
that-
Oh yeah.
Shit.
I'm gonna have to go wake the wife up now.
Oh my god.
He's like, hold on, hit pause. We can come back to this.
Mhm. You guys go take like a 5-minute smoke break. We'll be good.
5 minutes.
Back in two, guys. Back in
Back
two.
into. Back into.
Because it's gonna take him a minute to get upstairs.
Yep. Exactly. And I'm like 15 seconds on getting naked. Trust me.
He's like, I've plotted this
I've
out.
timed this shit and it is quick.
He's lubricated, ready to go.
Oh, by the time I get there, I'll be lubricated.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right. So back to tears.
Pre-lube.
Prelude. Instead of
Okay.
pre-gaming, I'm prelude.
I'm pre-lubed. Take me out the wrapper and plug me right in.
Well, so these emotional tears, what they're finding in research is your tears, even the emotional ones, are different by why you're having them. Like,
So they like test differently?
yeah, so apparently they
You
have
mean they're
done
not all classified under
no,
suck it up, you little bitch.
no.
Maybe they are
So
in redneck country.
yeah, in redneck.
So
So
cry in the hills.
so
That's it. Your
apparently
puss.
they have found that when men smell women's tears, it actually drops their testosterone. And it actually drops their sexual drive also. So they actually, yes,
Oh.
and you can't smell tears, right? So you're like, okay, so how'd they do this? I think it starts to play in.
Pheromones.
Yeah,
I was just thinking that.
it plays into
Yeah.
the pheromone thing. So apparently, they basically
Oh,
made
fuck, she's crying. I'm not
men
getting any.
either smell like saline or smell the tears, and they didn't know which one because there's no distinct odor to it, right?
Mhm.
But men who smelled the actual tears
Mhm.
found women less attractive. Like they'd show them pictures, and they were less sexually attracted, and found like women to be less attractive more often.
I'm gonna find you less attractive if you're crying. You are correct, and I don't think that's a smell thing because
No, it is
I could
because
be a couple meters away. I can tell you right now, you're crying. Probably not gonna find that real attractive. Oh yeah, those black lines running down your face.
well,
Damn, you look good.
Hot.
Like a fucking vampire who had a long night. Yeah, that's what I need.
The other part of that, though, that is pretty fascinating is you don't find it fascinating. I can tell. I find this very fascinating, though.
You find this, you're like, oh my god, the science that's going on here, and I'm like, suck it up, pussy.
Well,
Hey, I'm tuning in.
but it's the science of it makes people do different things.
Well,
But so in
It's
your
the same thing with sweat. If you didn't know this, if you were to commit the act of brown chicken, brown cow, right, and then go to the bar,
brown chicken,
you've
brown
never heard
cow.
this.
I've heard
Things people have never heard. Brown chicken, brown cow.
I've heard it, but I don't know where it comes from.
Brown chicken, brown cow. It's like getting down, doing the dirty.
Yeah, I know,
You know,
but
you
I
like the
prefer it
Jesus?
as the actual 70s music that was bow chicka bow wow.
Yeah, that too.
But it's not brown chicken, brown cow.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
No,
You're
no.
in the barn, it's brown chicken, brown cow.
If you're from Alabama.
No, that's his sister's room, brother's house.
Oh,
There
there we go.
So, after the deed
Yeah,
heals to Jesus, you go to the bar.
I prefer heels to Satan, ass to God.
Yeah, but if certain person's on the other
You
side, it's
too.
completely different, man. I mean, I don't really care what religion you believe off of. One is up and one is down. And if a certain person is down and a certain person is up, there could be a whole lot of probing going on. However, you do that and then you go to a bar, right? You don't like take a shower or whatever, cleaned off like us normal fucking married people who it's like, and you go to bed. But you run to the bar, right? You're gonna get some drinks with the boys, and the women will find you more attractive because you're putting off pheromones in your sweat.
I was
That
going
have
to
to
go
do
with
with-
because they're lesbians and you smell like pussy.
Oh, that could be too. Could be too. I've never brought any of them home.
What kind of bars
so
are you going to?
the ranch.
The Alphabet Mafia Club.
Damn, Rock.
Whoa! What do you mean? That was Casey. I didn't say that shit. I go to normal ass bars. I don't care who give a shit who's poking who in the rear. I just go to the bar and drink beer. But they say that you put off a different smell, a different pheromone that women pick up
They do.
after that whole thing
I
that
have
makes
heard that.
you more attractive to them because in the animal
Yeah,
realm of what we are,
you're
we're
now
just fucking
breeder
animals.
stock.
Exactly. Somebody found him attractive enough to cause that pheromone. Now she finds him attractive to, the same thing.
Right.
So basically, if you're going to go to the bar looking for chicks, you need to like pound one before you get there so that you can pick them all up and you just file them off one at a time.
So you
Boom,
like
bang.
hooker
Boom,
pregame?
Hooker pregame.
Hooker
Exactly, right
pregame.
there. What costs you $50 may end up in making you a sandwich tomorrow morning.
Can we make that going to get some HPG?
Hooker pregame.
Uh-huh.
There it
Right
is.
there. That's just all you women need to watch out for your men
For your
getting hooker pregame. Are
Checking
you getting
for
drunk tonight? Nah. But I need $50.
check
What
your
are you gonna get
HPG.
Yeah. What are you gonna get a handy behind the dumpster?
Hey,
Gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
right? That 50 is an expensive handy, though. I'm just... You gonna survive over there?
Apparently, no matter how hard I try, inhaling Coors Light's a bad idea.
Yeah.
What was that about? Rub some dirt in it and walk it off with your pussy?
I'm working on it, pussy.
Shit. Now I feel like I'm
Put
gonna
me
have
in,
to
coach.
name this episode "Pussy," but I don't know that that'll fly.
Rub some dirt in it, pussy.
Yeah.
Oh my
Let's
god!
talk about that. That saying. How many times did you hear that when you were a kid?
Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it. Get up. What are you doing? What do you mean your knee hurts? Rub some dirt on it. Get up.
I don't think I heard "rub some dirt on it" as much as I think I heard "suck it up"
Yeah.
or "what are you doing?"
Yeah, I heard suck it up a lot. One I end up running into a lot now as a parent is pay attention. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Even though knowing that the 4-year-old obviously may not know what the fuck she's doing.
Yeah.
Like today she had fries, right?
Right.
Fries and chicken nuggets. That's apparently the fucking food of choice for a 4-year-old.
Fries, dude. I don't care what age the kid is. If you got fries,
Fries.
you win.
Yeah, well, so apparently that meant, Dad, look! And she turned and fucking every fry she had on the floor. And I'm like, pay attention!
What are you
And I
doing?
was like, oh my God, I keep yelling this at my child. She still keeps running into shit, spilling shit. I'm like, fuck. This is ridiculous. But I can tell you.
You need to change your style and just go full send, hon. Full send. Just
I can tell you, as a child who grew up with a fairly redneck dad and
Yeah.
a pretty redneck mom, I heard rub some dirt in it. Come on, get up a lot.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
How about you, Eric?
I'm leaning more towards Casey's, just kind of like the suck it up or, you know, wipe it off or, you know, whatever. More than the rub some dirt in it, walk it off, pussy. I feel like that's a cultural thing.
I've heard. I do believe I heard "What are you stupid" a few times.
Oh my God, what the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad, I wasn't. You're goddamn right you weren't
Mhm.
thinking. Get in the fucking house, boy. I've heard that one a few times.
So though this, I'm gonna circle this back around to tears
Right.
because you talked about the
Rabbit
pheromones,
trail there.
but that means the type of tears taste different. So that brings a whole new thought
Oh my
to.
God. From now on, every time I see somebody cry, I'm be like, come here, I want to taste that.
Well, right.
Can you imagine how many times I've been written up at work?
Mhm.
You have HR in your ass left and right.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm
Maybe
yelling
need
at
some
somebody,
condoms.
they start crying, and then I'm like, "Come here, Come here.
Mm-mm.
we got to make sure these aren't fake tears. Let's taste them." Nope, those are angry tears. We got to keep going through. Nope. Oh, there's the emotional ones.
Well, I have heard a while ago, I think I read an article about a company that would actually make salt out
Yeah.
of different kinds of tears.
It does. It tastes different.
Yeah, apparently it does. I mean, I've never tried it myself, but I have heard about it.
Yeah, so I find that very interesting. It brings a whole new thought to me of that. Like, I want to taste your tears. Like,
Oh my God, I'm going to stop everyone every time they cry now and be like, can I taste your tears? This ought to take away
How many
from whatever the
restraining
fuck's
orders
going
you
on.
Trying to get?
I know,
Right?
right? They're going to be like, what the fuck? He wants to taste my tears?
but the other thing I found interesting about this too is when
I wonder
people
if mine tastes like Coors Light.
they might. Well, no, they could, because they also say, because there's like proteins and some of the salts and some other things all come out in your tears. Drugs is another thing that can come out in your tears.
What? What's another thing?
Drugs, like if what you have in your system.
Oh, right.
Well, it's no different than you
My
sweating
tears
booze
wouldn't make
out,
anybody
right?
feel any better.
You know, when
Well,
you
it's your
get,
body trying to get rid of
Yeah.
all the toxic stuff.
and so you have your, they tell you what you
No
duck.
wonder I have to blink a lot. Coors Light's fucking
But
drying out my eyeball.
I realized two
Mm.
two other things with this in doing the research that I never necessarily thought about before. But one, when people sometimes say they feel better after crying, right? It is because there's actually in your tears is a natural like pain reliever because it's literally
Oh
in
my god.
it's trying to get you back to like even.
Yeah, but your fucking head always hurts after crying, and I'm not gonna say that I do this often.
Yeah, but it's
Okay, but I've had a nasty fucking headache after crying before. I'm like,
Is that dehydration?
he was my dog. I
Well,
loved him so much.
so
Fucking-
the statement I have no more tears to cry is actually false. They say you'll never like you can't stop producing tears.
dead people can stop producing tears.
Well, that's
Way to make it more,
yeah. I
Brock.
was gonna say
Sorry.
dead people also evacuate themselves.
Oh, I know, and it's funny shit too.
You know.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. That's great. But so so back to that though. The other thing is, you know how every time you see somebody's crying their eyes out, right? And you're like, oh, okay, here we go. And then it's the snot, right?
Yeah.
The boogers.
You want to know why that is? Is because
I don't know that I want to know why, but I'm pretty certain you're gonna.
I'm gonna tell you, your tear ducts are attached to like your nasal passage. They are meant to drain down through your nose and the back of your throat. That would be why you start crying, and as it drains out, it's gonna go into your nose and stuff mixed with your snot, and that's why you get a runny nose. That is also why if you've ever cried a lot too, you ever get that feeling in the back of your throat, like you're like, oh, it's kind of scratching that after crying. That would be why.
I was taught to try to keep all of my emotions on the inside.
Well, you drained
So
them.
no, not necessarily. I have not felt exactly what you're talking about, but you know.
Well, but and apparently we produce 15 to 30 gallons of tears a year per person.
It's probably 1 to 2 gallons for you, Brian. Right?
No. He keeps it
Lesser
inside,
gallons.
so he's like,
Yeah.
I piss it out.
This is why I'm hydrated all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why I need less water. I'm constantly consuming my tears by not having them.
So, but that's what I want to know is I want to
However,
know.
you ever get a tear when you fucking yawn, and then somebody
Yeah.
walks around the corner and they're like, "What's wrong with you?"
Well, but-
and you're like, "I fucking yawned. My bad."
But that's your like. Those are the tears that are like an auto response. You've irritated your eyes. So
that's the allergy eye
the
liquidation.
the psychic or emotional tears are spawned by your frontal lobe. That's what signals it to do
See,
it.
this is the big problem. I've knocked it on a lot of things. That's why I don't cry as much. I've
It's
hit
like,
my fucking frontal lobe a lot.
I've damaged my frontal lobe to the point
Yeah.
where
Can't cry no more.
I can't cry no
Why
more.
don't you just cry?
I have no more tears to
Because
cry.
I can't, you stupid bitch. That's not possible. Okay, I
So-
fall down and bump my noggin.
But no, it was pretty interesting. So I thought though that the one thing that was really interesting, but there is part of why. So you're gonna make this sexist, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Okay.
That's how
here
you
we
know
go.
it's good.
By research,
Mm-hmm.
women do cry more than men.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But that has to do they think has to do with women produce more prolactin because that's part of what they produce to help breastfeed than men do, and that's part of the thing you see in tears also. He can't do it. He can't. He wants to
Taking
say
every bit of me not to go. Yeah, they're fucking sensitive.
yeah,
all right?
he
Jesus.
wants to be so horribly like chauvinistic right now, and it's killing him inside.
It's
I
so
can
bad.
see it on your face.
It's so bad. I'm like, God damn it! I got something in my eyeball. What kind of tear is this?
Rub some dirt on it, bitch.
Yeah,
But you're
well,
crying.
That's
We're in the
chorus line
basement. If
coming
I can
out.
find some.
Did we spark some emotional pain you need relief for?
No.
Let it
no.
out, Brock. You're in a safe space. I know you might be feeling triggered right now,
Oh, here we go.
but I promise I will have
The only thing you triggered in that sentence right there is my auto response of if I'm gonna cry, it's because we've lost a limb. Women cannot be tougher than men. Which I know is a bullshit deal because
Oh.
I've seen some men be fucking pussies, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you've never watched childbirth,
Oh, Jesus. That alone is like, yeah, I got to carry around these things that every once in a while I bump into them or smash them between my thigh and the seat. Yeah, it fucking hurts.
oh man, did you see the TikTok I duetted? They won't show it very much, but it has like
Probably
this.
not. They're shadow banning you.
Yeah. Well, no,
Whatever the
it's
fuck it is.
it's because
Mm.
I got sent it by two different people, but it has this ram running around. I think it's like a ram
Oh,
running around. Its balls are so big
oh,
they
I thought you were
drag on
gonna
the
say it was
ground.
the one where the lady's like herding sheep, and the fucking one ram is kind of like, "Yeah, fuck you, bitch," and lays her out.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
she's
no,
in the
no.
middle of the road, and then she like sits back up, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And the fucking ram just drills her for a second time, and I'm like, "That right there is BBC porn.
No,
That's what that is. That is big old black hammer smacking the fuck out of somebody."
yeah, no. We it's like
What are you watching in your spare time, bro?
Eric's like, "What the fuck?"
You know, this would be
Jeez.
the balls and scrotum are so large on this thing, it literally drags. So it's like this ram
Oh.
trying to, yeah,
I'd
it's
at least make him a cup so it like didn't drag his shit on the ground.
right. It's
What kind of fucking human does this to a sheep?
well, I don't think it's intentional. It's just what it's got.
No, intentionally you go, "Oh my god, that's gotta hurt," and you build them something for their balls to cradle in, so it's not dragging on the fucking ground.
That brings me to a whole nother topic.
Oh boy. Man, talk about one segue. There we go.
So, correct. So, there was another TikTok, and actually, I think you'd sent it to me once, but my wife sent it to me in the form of somebody duetting it. I'm pretty sure she's the one that sent it to me. You might have.
Which is which one?
It's a couple radio hosts, and they're talking to a caller,
Oh my god.
and so you're gonna love this, Eric.
Okay.
So this lady is dating a guy, and the guy snores really bad.
Was it like the Australian guys or whatever?
Yes, and so the
I think
lady
I've seen this.
tells them that the guy says the reason he snores is because his testicles block his butthole
Yeah,
and create
so-
vapor lock.
This is why he can't sleep on his back, because his balls fall down, cover his butthole, and he creates vapor lock, and he starts snoring like fucking Jake Brake on a semi truck.
Yeah,
He's gonna sleep on his side or on his face, and he doesn't snore. Supposedly.
yes, she cradled his balls for nearly 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years she held his
Man.
balls off of his butthole.
Cheers
Which I'm
to
gonna
that
say
guy.
right now, if they had to have hang down far enough to cover his butthole, because if they didn't, that excuse doesn't fucking work
Right.
unless she's blonde.
Well, we couldn't see her.
Yeah.
Hold on. Since we're on the subject, best blonde joke, go. And brain fart.
No. Okay, my favorite blonde joke is this. All right, blonde walks in to get her hair cut.
Mm-hmm.
She got headphones on.
Right.
All right. This doesn't work super now because everybody has earbuds, but classic headphones.
Oh yeah.
All right. Sits down.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. This is my back in the day blonde joke. Anyway, sits
Yeah,
down
early
and wants to get her hair cut. And so the stylist says, I'm going to need you to take your headphones off. And the blonde looks at her and goes, no. You got to work around them. She's like, all right. And so she's trying to work around them and stuff. She's cutting her hair. And then she accidentally knocks the headphones off. Blonde slumps over dead in the chair. Lady's like, whoa, what happened? What happened? She picks up the headphones, puts them on. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
Oh, classic.
Anyway,
Yes.
that's my
Eric,
blonde joke. Come
Best
on.
blonde joke, go.
Ah, gee. Put me on the spot here. There's a blonde that was in a rowboat in the middle of a cornfield
Oh shit.
when another blonde woman driving by on the side of the road sees the blonde in the rowboat in the middle of the cornfield. pulls over, stops, asks her if she needs help. And blonde's like, no. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, I could use help. And the blonde on the side of the road said, well, if I could swim, I'd come help you.
Oh my god.
I love it.
That's a shitty blonde joke.
All right, come on.
All right, Brock.
Blonde walks into a bar, tells the bartender, "Hey, I really like your TV. I'd like to buy your TV." Bartender turns around, looks at the appliance, turns back around, and says, "All right, I'll sell dumb blondes." Blonde's like, "Fuck you then." Takes off, goes out, dyes her hair black, comes back in. She's like, "Hey." He points at the appliance behind the bartender and says, "I want to buy your TV." And he turns around and turns back to her and he goes, "I don't sell the dumb blondes." She's like, "Fuck this." All right. So she leaves. She cuts every fucking hair in her body. Chases them all off, right? Completely bald, comes walking back in. Says to the bartender, "I want to buy your TV." Bartender's like, "I don't sell the dumb blondes." And dumb blonde looks at him and goes, "How the fuck do you know I'm blonde?" Bartender turns around and goes, "That's a fucking microwave."
I knew that's where it was going. I knew it.
That's too good.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, we need stories of the legendary Redbeard.
Oh yes.
I think you know.
We're gonna preference this too because as the legendary Redbeard, who sails the seven seas of
Yes.
cummy waters.
Oh god.
That just sounds kind of nasty.
Oh
to
yeah,
be
it's
honest
always
with
been
you.
bad.
I need a shower.
I've always felt like he was the dumpster diver of pirates. He was the one like everybody's like, "We need a pirate," and he popped out of a dumpster and was like, "I got you."
I was gonna
He's
say.
the one getting HPG.
I was gonna say he missed the muff and hit the trash can.
Exactly. These schnozberries taste like chicken sandwiches from McDonald's a week old, you know?
Come on. What good story do you got? What?
Hey, should we preference this and pull a story out of him? I know we have 100 stories we could pull out of him.
I'm sure you do.
We could start with the most recent one that we just found out.
Oh yeah, I am actually kind of curious
And
about
we
that
could
one.
break it into a
What's this one?
two-parter too. I want to know how you got. I want to know how you got banned from the coffee shop in the village.
Oh yes.
So I wasn't banned. I was blacklisted. Two separate things. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
the
why.
same fucking thing.
It sounds very similar
I
to
was gonna
me.
say, we can't be parking in these ports.
It was basically, I was, I was
Her name.
interested in the manager of the coffee shop. I wanted to ask her out on a date because she was always nice, always kind, gave me great discounts, and just wanted to go to maybe a different coffee shop and kind of chat for a while.
Did you go in your security uniform regularly?
I did.
There's your discount.
There's your discount.
Yes.
Okay,
Here's-
keep going.
Here's the other thing too about this whole deal. Like he talked to her previous, right? Before he got X-Nade or 86, you know he had dealt with her prior to the point where he knows her name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so there's a first name basis at this point because now you work for the same company, right? Like the village is its own community.
It is. It is a privately owned outdoor shopping complex.
Oh, I didn't realize it was
yeah,
privately owned.
Yes. It's
That's
all,
why they can ban you from it.
Oh.
If it was public, like a park, they couldn't necessarily.
No,
ban
they
you
would
from
just
anything.
call the cops. You'd have a
Exactly.
restraining
You would
order
have-
against
no.
you.
No, you can't even do that.
No. If it was publicly, like
It would be a person-to-person restraining order, but that doesn't mean that you can't go back to the park.
Oh, that's true.
It just means that
Yeah,
if
if
so
it's
and so
public
is
property,
already
it's
there, you can't be there.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So continue.
So anyway, so I went in. I didn't know her schedule, so I told myself, I'm like, all right, the next time I see her, I'm just gonna go in, just ask.
Okay.
No problem.
Fair.
Straightforward.
Right.
So I ended up, I think it was like a Monday or something. I ended up, or maybe it was a Sunday because I work Sundays. Is I went in and she wasn't there. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna ask one of these other because I was on a first name basis with most of the chicks that worked at the coffee shop. I was just gonna ask one of them, like, hey, when's the next time so and so's in?
Now you're a stalker.
Yeah, now it's creepy.
Yes. Then it got to the point where they're like, oh well, why do you want to know? I'm like, well, I just want to ask her out. Okay, well, she's seeing someone, and as soon as I was told that she was seeing someone, in my mind, immediate no go. Didn't want to touch that. So I try to play it off as a joke, and they didn't take it as a joke.
Wait a minute. So you didn't even get to shoot your shot with the person, and they
No,
no-goed your ass?
it was totally third person. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, I would
Alright.
hit her with a mocha.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
Fuck that.
Well, it turns out, so I dug my own hole, and I didn't stop at 6 feet. I kept going. Okay.
Jeez, Eric, that doesn't sound like you at all.
Oh no, certainly not. When I think I'm joking and nobody around me takes it as a joke.
Nobody gets the joke.
Nobody got the joke. In my mind,
Sometimes
it was
you gotta
joking.
let people in on that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
think you are. Anyway, let's keep going with this.
Yeah.
We'll give you a shovel too.
So I was with one of my fellow security guards. He was a 19-year-old kid, pretty shy around, just fairly introverted, not too good in social circumstances, especially ones where I make them super awkward.
Okay.
So I was just talking to the two chicks there, and there wasn't anybody in line. So I'm like, I got a few minutes. So they're like, oh, well, she's already seeing somebody. So I try to play it off as a joke. I'm like, well, that's not a deal breaker, right? I'm like, well, they're trying to have a kid right now. I'm like, well, is there a ring on her finger? They're like, they live together. I'm like, that's not a no, right?
Oh.
So
wow.
I kept going.
Oh God! So it was your fucking jokes that hosed you from the fucking coffee shop.
I did it to myself.
when
fully.
they gave you the sign, the first one didn't work. You should have stopped and said, "I'm just joking." Like
I should have
you
said
you
that.
should have clarified. No, it's cool. I'm just cracking
Wait a
a
minute.
joke.
Whoa, hold on.
Mhm.
Were you talking to a male or female at the counter?
They were both females. There was two of them there. Yeah.
Was she seeing someone?
The one I was talking to,
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Maybe she does.
You should have looked at her and been like, "Well, shit.
What are you
Since
doing?
I have 2 tickets to
not
this
that
concert,
good,
maybe
though.
you want to go with me?"
I'm not that smooth. Yeah,
Well,
so in
this
my
I've
mind it was
seen.
all jokes. And
Yeah, you could have just said, "I don't see a ring on your finger."
Oh yeah.
too young.
And if
Most
she
of them
said
were like
something-
high school,
Ah,
late
Oh
teens.
That's
yeah.
dangerous.
There you go.
That's dangerous.
I don't see no ring on your finger. Yeah. Okay. Hi 911.
I see cuffs around
Yeah.
your wrists.
Nice bracelets, bitch. You want to climb out the back of that car and take me to a movie now?
Those are about the most expensive bracelets you'll ever buy.
Oh god.
Oh fuck.
All right.
Yeah.
So-
So I just made it worse for myself.
So when you say blacklisted, though, so anytime you came, what did they tell you? Did they had to have told you, or you wouldn't have known you were blacklisted?
So it was a case of after that, before that, pretty easygoing. The whole security team, we had to get to know a lot of the people that we worked in close proximity with.
Okay.
First name basis, we frequented their places, stuff like that. Like we always went to the same coffee shop, pretty much got lunch and dinner in the same places. So we were on first name basis. Small talk with a lot of these people just to kind of keep. So if anything did happen, they would feel comfortable calling security to come help them out. Kind of a working relationship.
Just
kind
not
of
the
thing.
times you were on shit.
Now
And
they-
after that, after that, it was a case of I lost my employee discount.
Oh, that's horseshit.
And sometimes they wouldn't even serve me / acknowledge my existence if I was standing in front of them. So, after that, they just kind of stopped talking to me. That's how I knew I was blacklisted.
That's weird.
It was a little weird. Yeah.
I mean, I would think they would just tell you, look, what you did was inappropriate, and you can't do that.
One of them did, like an hour after I dug my own grave. And then I went back and apologized, and I thought we were cool. So in my mind, we were all cool.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
To them,
whoa,
it was
whoa.
not.
What did you say when you apologized?
I just took responsibility for everything I said, realized it was insensitive. I shouldn't have said it. And, if they're cool, then I'm cool. It was a pretty straightforward apology.
You ever seen a car accident, Casey? That's
Couple.
kind of what this is sounding
Yeah.
like.
Not surprised. It's me.
Did you know a pig can derail a train?
No, I didn't know that.
They can.
What can derail a train?
A pig.
Did not know this.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Pig, a hog big enough, right? Being its low center of gravity and everything like that. Yeah, it can take a train off the tracks.
No.
Okay.
I see this being incorrect.
No. Telling you.
So you're telling me that if a human being your size hunkered down, low to the ground, and jumped on the tracks, you could derail a train?
No, incorrect. Pigs are heavier than me.
Wait, whoa. What kind of pig are we talking? Because your average boar is only like 200 pounds, which is 30 pounds less than my fat ass.
Can't some of those big sows get up to like 400 or 600 pounds?
Not only that, I'm Googling this to make sure.
I find it this completely
But
ridiculous.
I just
The
got,
resident redneck doesn't know anything
I got-
about pigs?
can a
I hate
pig
pigs.
in there, and one of the first things that pop up is derail a train.
Wow.
Somebody has tried this.
That means this.
It has to be because their skin is tougher than humans.
What would that have to do with the train, though?
Pressure. Like it'd have to do
Mhm.
with something holding all that shit in one bag before it fucking flipped the train over. I don't know. Did you know that coffee can cure blindness? It can also cause blindness. Anything you type into Google is a fucking load of goddamn horse shit until you type it in the other direction.
Well, pretty sure,
Yeah,
according
that's
to
right.
WebMD, I'm already supposed to be dead.
Yeah, wow.
Dude, anything you put in WebMD.
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's always
you need
cancer.
a doctor. You
Have a
need
cough.
Yeah,
That's
you-
cough
yeah.
cancer.
You start reading through it and you're like, I'm gonna die. Like it's incurable. We are now like, oh, bucket list time because I got minutes to live.
Yep.
It's over.
Small, light cut on finger, liver cancer. You're gonna die.
Right? No.
Pancreatic cancer, you have a
Mm.
2% chance of living. Stage 2, man, went from your finger. You touched your face. That's it. You're dead. That's how WebMD works,
That's
man.
yes, agreed.
Ah, Jesus. Lost connection. Try switching. Fuck Wi-Fi. I hate
No,
Wi-Fi.
it happens. Well, okay. So that being said,
Wi-Fi.
I don't know. I wasn't getting it. Like it wasn't pulling up the way I needed, so I'm not gonna get a quick answer. So if y'all don't believe me, you're gonna have to go look
I'm
it up.
Googling that shit.
So you'll have to figure it out for yourself. Now the next part is there's another part to your story here of the
Oh, God.
we
Okay.
had a blacklist, but the next thing is how did you lose your job there?
You had the job. You no have job now.
Now I will
Yeah.
preface it with this: is there anything legal pending that you can't talk about?
Yeah,
this?
yes,
I mean, I just
no.
want to make sure
Have
we're
you
not
had
putting
to
you in
hire
a.
an attorney or a lawyer in any way, shape, or form? You could potentially incriminate yourself because we are live on multiple streams
Yes.
and like 300 people listen to us. So
Yeah, and
No.
actually
If-
we actually have viewers on YouTube, so people must actually be watching us.
boy.
I did mention that this was going live in YouTube and Twitch.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
I know, it's pretty awesome.
So no, there's no legal
We're single person,
know,
personing on TikTok, by the way.
hindrances here. No.
I have a single person on Instagram, and if it's the last person that joined, they have a very nice photo.
Oh, I was gonna say booty
I don't know. I can't see it in the
because
photo.
the gentleman who has paid attention to us on TikTok has a lot of hair and a great goatee.
Well, this
Nice.
if it's the one I think his name is Felicity,
Oh shit! I don't know.
you just
We
screwed
have-
up. All right.
We
Okay.
have Jeffrey Buck 1220.
Ooh, all right. Well, continue, sir. Fine, sir.
So the story is,
Okay,
it
hold on.
was
So you've been blacklisted from the coffee shop.
Yeah.
On the premises of which you are security for.
yes.
So now you're going Dutch B. Dutch Bros.
I just kind of stopped drinking coffee after that. pretty
Oh
much.
man, that's
fuck
a
that
bummer. I
bullshit.
wouldn't have.
Fuck that.
I mean, the occasional, but
All right,
not
so-
like 3 a day.
So you went, you.
Okay,
Shit.
yeah.
I only like
Hey.
heroin in the left arm now, not the right.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So this happens. Now carry on.
So it was Saturday, April 3rd, I believe.
Because it's oddly specific and sounding like
It really
we need to be
is.
at court.
Yeah.
It was a dark and stormy night.
Actually,
was.
April 3rd
Yeah.
wasn't that bad.
No, it was
All
pretty
right,
clear.
knock it off.
It was pretty clear.
I remember the
It was-
weather.
No, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was just a normal, regular spring.
Wanna see my weather vane?
Want to see my backer?
Man, you guys rabbit trail easy.
Yeah.
We've been
Okay.
detracked by pigs before.
Told you.
I believe it.
Derailed.
It'll derail this train.
Real quick, real easy.
So it was a case of recently we'd had a problem with teenagers and TikTok challenges.
Oh, I can imagine. I never thought about that. That's
And one of the
Wait a
popular
minute,
ones
what's the new one? What's the challenge?
was drive-by shootings with non-lethal weaponry.
oh yeah.
The paintball thing. I've seen this.
We got paintball guns, airsoft guns, BB guns,
Oh.
Orbeez guns. We had an
Orbeez guns.
So
I've
Orbeez?
seen paintball guns.
No, what's
shoot
an Orbeez gun? I don't know
So
what that is.
Orbeez, I had to actually like Google it. They're like these little water pellets that you put them in
Yeah,
water
yeah.
and they like expand.
It's like a hard
Oh.
bead,
Yeah.
like a kidney stone.
Right.
And then you drop it in water and it turns into like a marble.
Yeah.
Oh
But
damn.
it's squishy.
It still hurt.
Well, actually, we
not
had a
as
problem
much.
with teenagers would freeze them and then would
Okay.
shoot them at people.
That would fucking hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's
I've been hit with a froze paintball. That shit fucking sucks.
So
Right.
that Saturday we had a slew of it. Is like we were catching. There's some kids that would be like in a car and they'd drive by, shoot some other teenagers. They'd pull a gun out of their backpack and start firing back. Like no joke, that happened that day. It was so crazy. So of course, the
Holy
security,
shit.
Full on teenage warfare in the parking lot.
lots of shit happens at the village. I can say that.
Yeah. So saying that.
okay. Well,
let's-
now
let's
we got
preference this a little
stories,
bit
so
more.
let's do this.
Well, hold on. Anybody listening on the local stations know what the village is, but this place is literally what?
Yeah, but so
10 shops?
no, it's more than that.
No,
And, like,
there's
half-
like dozens.
Yeah, there's probably
Is
30
there?
shops in the village.
bigger than the Boise Town Square Mall.
Yeah,
at this point.
it's large.
Oh,
It's
shit.
so what
Well, I know
I'll
there's Big Al's right there,
yeah, that's part of it.
which is just a big fucking
Bowling
shit
alley,
show all on
arcade,
its own.
what I'll equate it to, probably most people would know. It's you get these popped up in a lot of places. Vegas has a ton of them. These little strip malls, because that's really what it is. It's like a
Right.
strip mall, but instead of it being like just a row down one street, and you're like, oh, look at the strip mall. It's almost like a neighborhood because you drive in and everything's built
Mhm.
like it's a
Yeah, well,
neighborhood.
you park in the one spot and then you basically can walk around the whole fucking thing.
Right.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's just a mall. It's an outdoor
Okay.
mall,
Outdoor
basically.
mall.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
That's what it is.
now,
I've
so
only
everybody,
been there for the Carhartt store.
and
That's
then
the
you
only
went
place
to
I've
boycott that. So I guess you're never going again.
I don't fucking boycott them.
I love the movie theater there. Actually, it's probably one of my
It's a
favorite
great movie
places to
theater.
go
There's
watch
a
a
movie
movie.
theater there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
And it's awesome. It's got and I know
I guess
most
they
of them
happen
do
to
now.
A restaurant there too.
The Yard House is pretty popular. That's there.
Very popular.
I don't know, it was a seafood place, and it cost me a fuck ton of money.
And Grimaldi's is there.
That lady was not worth it.
Grimaldi's
Oh my
is like
God.
one of my favorite pizza places anywhere.
Grimaldi's?
Yeah, it's fucking
Mhm.
delicious, man.
Okay. I'll
So-
It
try
is.
this.
It's like brick oven.
Yeah, it's brick oven
Ooh.
pizza.
Brick oven
Yeah.
So it's old school, like
Yeah.
Shakey's.
It's pretty good.
No, try high end.
Yeah,
Not-
Oh,
not
so it's
Shakey's.
not fucking smoking.
It's
in
not
the lobby
pizza,
Shakey's
pizza.
No, this is like
Do you not know what Shakey's is?
no, he
What-
wouldn't.
what is
He's too
Shakey's?
young.
I'm the youngster of the group here.
It's disappointing that Shakey's isn't here.
It-
And for anybody who listens in the 208, we need to rise up and bring back Shakey's.
Bring Shakey's
Actually, there is a whole South Park episode about Shakey's Pizza.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, there's a
Oh, I'm gonna have to look this up.
there. I know what Brock's looking up right after.
yeah.
this.
I fucking loved Shakey's, man. I grew up there. I've spent many a quarter
Yeah.
in that was the best arcade.
The
Everybody was
closest
smoking and eating
thing,
pizza in the other room. Oh, it's fucking awesome.
the closest thing you might know it to is an old school round table pizza. The closest thing
I do
new,
remember Round Table
it would
Pizza.
be similar to an Idaho Pizza Company, worse pizza.
Yeah, no, it was horrible.
Oh,
pizza.
the pizza was awful,
The
but it was
fucking-
like they
The
had a little
atmosphere was why you went. It
Yeah.
was the bar that charges you $12 for fucking beer, but
Okay.
because everybody was there and it's the cool shit to
So
do.
it was a hangout spot.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. And it had you had the
I
sound-
remember my mom smoking,
yeah,
right?
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
smoking 3 feet from somebody else eating pizza, right? And I was a little kid too, right? When we first started going to Shakey's, I was a youngin',
and they had the red plastic cups, but they were like
kind of like the Pepsi cups.
yeah, they're not
But they
smooth,
had-
but they're yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they had a little arcade there. That was
Mhm.
another thing too. So you had
They
your
had
little
one
arcade,
motorcycle
you had
game.
your-
They had 3 pinball machines.
So it was like an old school pizza shop that had
It
all the
was
cool
old
stuff in
school.
it.
yeah, but
Okay.
the pizza was garbage.
Oh
But
yeah, it was
you went-
trash.
And it was another one that was fun because you could go for like they were the original.
Their salad bar wasn't that bad though.
No, that's why you'd go because
Yeah.
that's why I say the newer version that's better, at least here,
Idaho
would be
Pizza.
Idaho Pizza Company.
Okay. Yeah.
But the old school version, you'd go get the buffet and salad bar, and you'd eat all the crappy pizza and salad you wanted, and then you would play the video games and shit like that. So,
Okay.
so
Mhm.
Shakey's was very cool.
Oh my god, Shakey's was the shit.
Okay, now back to the village
Oh my
and
God.
people TikTok challenge shooting each other.
Yep. Right.
So that Saturday was two things. Apparently, it was also like high school prom day. So we just crowds of teens, the boys in tuxes, the girls in dresses, and all that stuff. We just crowds of them.
Okay.
Because Village very popular hangout
I
spot.
believe that would be
Anyway.
April.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
And
Carry on, sir.
so it'd been a pretty busy day for security. Like we were trying to get all these teens to stop breaking all the rules. I mean, I thought it was funny, but you got to follow the rules.
Right.
So one of the last things I did was I had to escort a teen kid off property, ban him for 6 months for literally pulling a gun out of his backpack that had been painted to look like a real gun.
Oh, Jesus.
Like no orange tip, looked like. And
This is how 16-year-olds get fucking shot
I
and
was
killed.
Jesus,
just gonna
like-
say they should feel lucky they live in. Well, no, they shouldn't feel lucky they live in Idaho because we will shoot their asses here. Our
That's what
cops
I'm
are-
saying.
Yeah,
If you're a big or you're at the village, right, and you're walking in regular Idahoan, you're carrying a gun. People are gonna be like, "This is a free gun-free
Did we-
zone, right?"
Did we talk about on here the TikTok I told you about of the lady who?
Oh,
No, check this out. So she had an issue and she had to go to the cops. She went and filed the report with the cops, like somebody who was like stalking her, bothering her, something to that effect.
Mhm.
Or she got in an altercation. Anyway, she had to go to the cops to file a report. The cop then says, this was in Idaho. This is great. The cop then
I
tells
fucking
her,
love Idaho.
you need to get a gun, and proceeds to show her how to purchase a gun and like gets her on the computer, shows her what she needs and all this
Yes,
stuff.
we arm our elderly.
This wasn't
Okay.
no. This wasn't elderly.
Oh, okay.
This was like
we do.
Well, I mean,
arm
we
the
do
elderly,
that
but-
too.
yeah, we arm them all, but it was so fascinating because this lady's doing this TikTok and she's like, because she didn't want to get banned, she kept calling it pew pew, because
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she talks about how the cop did. He was like, nope, you need to get yourself a gun, and here's how you do it, and taught her, like, went through and taught her all about it and directed her to do it.
That's
Nowhere else would anybody, where the cops would be like, you need to go out and get yourself a gun.
Well,
cool.
I've been
Red
pulled
State,
over.
Idaho.
You
I've
gotta
been
love
pulled
Idaho.
over in multiple situations. My favorite one, the cop walks up and he goes, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Cop walks up to the window and he goes, license and registration. And that's the guy who's been arrested for
10
multiple
and
things
2,
and
10 and 2.
being an angry motherfucker. I've got both hands on the steering wheel and he goes, I need your license and registration. Never once looked me in the fucking face or into the vehicle. And I was like, you're a trusting motherfucker. But when I turned and looked, I noticed there's a little bit of gray hair. Skin's nice and, beat up and tough. Kind of, he's raw in the
Weathered.
face like he's been weathered, right? And I was like, all right. And I reach over to the glove box. So I got to lean over a little ways. Full size pickup. Drop the glove box. Pull up my registration and my insurance. I'm like, fuck. I have to hand in my license, which is in my back pocket. So I kind of lean over and I stick my hand back there, right, to grab my license. I'm like, just so you know, and this is only after my hand has returned back to in front of me and I'm digging for my license in my wallet. I'm like, there are weapons in the truck. Without looking up, without anything. He's just sitting there looking at my license registration. He goes, this is Idaho, son. I expect everybody to have a weapon in the truck. Fucking all right, here's
I
my
like that
license.
cop.
Here's my license. He walked back, put my hands back on the steering wheel.
Mhm.
He came back and he goes, this time he's looking at me and I was like, oh, fuck. He goes, you don't reach for yours and I won't reach for mine. But the second you reach for yours, I'm going to blow 3 holes in this fucking door. And I said, that to me sounds like you already have yours drawn. And he goes, let's just play it that way. And I was like,
Damn.
all right.
Yeah, we
I
good.
said, here's the deal.
Yeah.
You toss that shit in on and I'll wait till I'll drive away. And he goes, sounds fucking good to me. But I've also, that's the whole, you get
Dynamic
one,
you get here.
you get in one bar fight and accidentally knock out a cop, and then fucking shit gets real. And it wasn't even, like I said, it wasn't even on fault. I accidentally connected with an elbow when I was trying to beat this other guy into the ground. Okay, apparently that makes you a cop beater. It wasn't my thing. Didn't mean to. Totally on accident. He even said that in the report. Whatever. However, that's my favorite line. This is Idaho, son.
Yeah.
I expect everybody to have a gun in the truck.
Yep.
He's not wrong. I
No, he's
mean,
not wrong.
that's legit. All right, so you're out there protecting our village for us
So,
because it takes a village.
How long have you been waiting to
You
make
gotta
that
sit
joke?
on
No, it just popped into my head at that time.
nice.
Oh
I-
my god!
I would like to say I had it tabled into the back pocket, but I did not.
I've been waiting a week.
Yeah. Oh my god. Since the village opened, I was like, how can I incorporate this?
Wait for the opportune moment. So, anyway, it was a case of it had been a busy day, but a good day because I like that stuff. Most of the time, it's boring. You're just walking around, being a deterrent from
Ooh,
people for
the
doing stupid
cigarette
shit.
butt. Throw that away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when we actually get some action, I enjoyed it. Hopefully, none of the teenagers I've kicked out are watching.
There's every fucking police officer ever.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So one thing that technically was against regulations was every security guard I knew carried a pocket knife in their pocket. We weren't supposed to have any, but everybody carried one. Even the people in charge carried one.
So it was that like unspoken rule that it was like, okay, you're not, or the rule that
if you
everybody
don't see it, you don't have it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So don't ask, don't tell.
Pretty
Whoa.
much, but for pocket knives.
Right.
Calm down now.
So it had been a good day. And so the
It was a
village
good
has security
day.
24/7.
Oh
So-
my god. It was a great day.
So I work the swing shift, so I work 4 to midnight. Now at midnight, the graveyard shift comes in. We do a little briefing. They start, swing leaves, done. 99% of the time, that's pretty much how it went.
Okay.
So this was the 1% where it didn't go like that.
Today was the day that changed.
Yeah. So there was one guy in graveyards who was a Idaho State Penitentiary corrections officer
Oh god.
for
that'd
like
be greatest.
16 years. So he was a cool guy. He had
he
all
was
the
a
stories.
veteran.
Oh man, he had seen more shit than I will ever see in my lifetime. I love talking to that guy. So I
Yeah.
stayed a couple extra minutes. Some of the other guards were packing up their lunch boxes and stuff, getting ready to go. So I was just chilling out and was talking to this guy. I liked hearing some of the stories. Stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so it'd take an extra 5 minutes, no problem. Well, there's an unnamed other graveyard security officer that was wildly disliked by everybody. I don't know how he still had a job there.
I
And
met a few people like that in my time.
he was, yeah. Anyway, I could go into so much more detail, but nobody liked the guy. Anyway, so he came in, starting a shift in a big old huff. Something was pissing him off, and he decided that he wanted to spread the love.
Pecker was too short. Yeah, indeed.
Something like that. So I'd had a good day.
Came in with the wrong pheromones that day.
Yeah.
He drank too
Man.
many.
He didn't get
Watched
his
too many women
HPG
crying
on.
first.
Exactly. Yeah. Didn't have his hooker pregame.
So I was just talking to this guy. Like, it was pretty good. Like, I was tired. Been a long day. I was ready to go home. Anyway,
Drank too many allergy tears.
I guess. So he came in a huff, and he just started saying all
Let
these
me
passive
lick your
aggressive things.
tears.
So what happened was, I wasn't even talking to him. I was talking to this other guy. He butts in with some passive aggressive bullshit, whatever. So I made the mistake of responding back to the guy. If I just ignored him and walked out, I probably would still be employed there.
Fuck that, because that would
Yeah.
mean that you're not on our show, and it's great. It's great that you have made it to where you are.
Yeah,
Sometimes things happen for a reason, Eric.
I guess that's how I'm choosing to see this. Yeah.
That's fair.
God
So-
has sailed the legendary Redbeard back into our
Sick.
midst.
The winds
Here I am,
of
boys.
change has
Uh-huh.
blown your sails our direction.
Opportunity.
Even if that came with a lawyer or whatever.
So it was a case of, I decided, I don't even remember what I said at this point. I responded back with something. He got in my face. Now remember, he said 2 things to me. He said he called me a pussy twice to my face. He was probably like 6 inches shorter than I was anyway. So I didn't like that. So I took off my security jacket, I put it down, threw my gloves down, and something along the lines of, I really want to stab you in the throat right now. And he's like, do it. So I pulled out my knife. And then the corrections officer is like, okay, let's just kind of tone down here. And like, I was getting pissed off. I'd had a good day. This guy that I didn't like in the first place
He was
got in my face.
fucking up your good day.
Yeah, I don't like being called a pussy to my face by a person I don't even like in the first place.
No, just the dominatrix that you pay for it.
Yeah, I'd rather pay for it.
Shut up and be whooped, you pussy.
Put
That's
these
right.
on.
I'm paid for this louder.
Yeah.
Pineapple, pineapple.
Anyway, so that's
When
when
somebody else enters. Wait, no, stop!
No.
What's the safe
No,
word
dragon
again?
fruit, dragon fruit.
So it was at that point, like, this all happened in the space of like 1 minute. The other security guards from my shift came in, saw there was some shit going down, whatever. So the shift lead pulled me to the side, wanted me to tell my side of the story. So I tried to, in the entire time. So like, we'd gotten some space. We weren't in each other's faces anymore. We got a little bit of space. So he just starts yelling at me. Starts calling me all these names and all the shit. Starts following me. And so because I was the one that pulled the knife, I had to be escorted off property. Okay.
They're not wrong.
Yeah.
No, they're not wrong. No,
I can
that's
agree with
the
that.
job. They have to. I get it. So I went, Like I turned over my knife to the shift lead, walked me out. He gave it back. All the way out, this guy was following like 10 feet behind, still yelling all this bullshit. Like I really wanted to just go knock this guy's block. Like
Well, at
he
that
was
point-
asking for it.
At that point, you know you were done, but
Oh yeah,
then
I knew
it's
I
an
was done.
assault charge.
See, I'm just glad that I didn't actually touch the guy, or else
To each is their
Yeah.
own.
it would have been bad. But yeah, that's how I got terminated. And then just the next morning, I called in and said, "Hey, boss, I'm not coming in today, am I?" He's like, "No, you're terminated." That was the phrase they used, was terminated, not fired. But,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
right. Right.
So yeah, that's just a
We have decided to go in a different direction.
This is
whole different direction.
This is a very local case of Mike Tyson beating the shit out of somebody for fucking being an asshole on the airplane. 'Cause here's the problem with the
I've
Mike
heard about
Tyson
that.
thing, right? Okay. The problem with the Mike Tyson thing is if the guy never touched him, Tyson has no right to hit him, right? Now, in old school tradition, okay, you run your fucking mouth enough, I'm gonna break that motherfucker. Right?
Pop it.
Old school.
Yeah.
That is in the day of if you're gonna be a bitch and run your mouth, you're gonna find out, right? Talk shit,
Yep.
get hit. Okay.
Fuck
In
around, find out.
today's world, it's talk shit, lawyer up, win a fucking lawsuit that gains you millions of dollars that the state ends up getting to pay because normally the person you're fucking angling it towards doesn't have the kind of money to pay, right?
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, in this situation, if you have run your mouth enough and it got fucking broke,
Mhm.
tough shit, bitch. You just got put behind the woodshed like every one of the motherfuckers who got put behind the woodshed
Yep.
years ago, right? And I'm not even all that old. Like, and I believe, Eric, you're pretty close to the same age as me, right?
I think we're like 2 years apart. Something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
So you run into and me turning 30, I know, oh God, he's only 30. Let's not. I grew up different. I grew up with ass whoopings, and we never had a fucking tree that you could really pull a switch off of.
Mhm.
My dad's hand worked just fine,
I was just saying.
right?
Or the old brown leather belt.
And the leather belt was a thing.
Or Mama's wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon. I have busted many a wooden spoon, and you know the shit part about that?
Mhm.
After you break the wooden spoon, Mom grab a wooden fork, whoop your ass with that because
Yeah,
you
I was
broke the
gonna say.
fucking wooden spoon.
There's always something else they can hit you with.
Yeah.
You know what pisses me off too is you get to this point where it's like, okay, yes, your words don't grant me any right to physically harm you.
No, correct.
Right?
The whole sticks and stones thing.
Right. You know, and it comes down to that whole, oh, I just called him a dickhead and he sucker punched me. And to be honest with you, if I had a fucking badge on, I'd been like,
Kind of asked for it.
if you're not man enough to handle what you fucking bit off, then I guess choke on it.
Yeah.
You know? Because that, to me, if the guy's going to say some shit, now, granted, I wasn't there, and I only
Mhm.
have your side of the story.
Right.
However, I think about in this point of the story here, the only way you're getting the true connection of what happened is via video camera, right?
Right.
Because they've proven that in a traumatic response of anybody, whether it be security guard, police officer, Joe Blow, whatever,
Yeah.
everybody's story will have a variation in it.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, there's your side, their side, and the truth. There's gonna be something in the middle, and
You're always going to have an eyewitness,
but eyewitness
but they're
statements,
always going to be
they're
two
false.
steps different.
No, they've proven time and time again, eyewitness statements are not accurate.
Right, but even the biased character in an eyewitness statement, the guy who didn't know anything and turned around and seen it, still isn't going to be correct.
No,
Not
that's
necessarily that I myself have an eyewitness of you,
right.
right? And Joe Blow has a eyewitness of Susie Blow, right?
Ooh,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
everybody wants a Susie blow,
Mm.
but
No,
and for the limited 3-time payment of $29.99
for the low price. Can I get installments on
but
that?
wait, there's more.
All right, Billy Mays.
But what it comes down to is that you have multiple stories feeding into the whole thing. So the only time you actually know what really happened is if it's caught on video. Right?
Yeah.
That's ultimately the only proof that you have.
And
as long
audio.
as it's undoctored.
Well, same thing though. If you have video, you need the audio too, typically in those situations, because it's
right. In this case, it sounds like baby Eric, you were a little aggressive.
Oh, I was.
And probably should have said, I got thunder and lightning. And went with that first. And probably should have told him that you weren't gonna impale his throat with your pocket knife.
No,
I should not have said something like that.
No, thunder and lightning's no good anymore. Now you have to go, I'm coming with fuck around and find out.
I like that. See, it would have turned out so much differently if I'd taken like an extra second.
And then you needed to drop the welcome to the gun show. So
Welcome
if you
to
would
the
have
gun
done
show.
that,
I'm that much.
if you would have dropped a fuck around and find out and welcome to the gun show, like if everybody's not laughing and it diffuses the situation,
See, I've always landed with
somebody's getting their ass whooped at that point. And it's justified. If you can't laugh that off.
Yeah. See, I'm always the guy in the background when two people start to fight. I'm like, well, it's a shit show. And normally I get one of the two to look at me like, really? Is that necessary?
Yeah.
And we either
I'm looking at you now
that
going,
guy gets sucker punched.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking at you now going, was that really necessary?
Exactly. Right.
Either that or are you going to drop your hat so I can like throw some change in there for your singing?
Oh, I've asked a motherfucker before. Did you bring your lunch? What do you mean I bring my lunch? You bring your lunch and your girlfriend? What the fuck are you talking about? This is going to be an all-day job, motherfucker. You better bring your lunch and your girlfriend. And they normally drop about an eyebrow or so. They're like, what the fuck? And that's when you cave one in.
Point. Yeah.
Wham!
Did you pack a lunch, bitch?
Uh-huh. I remember when fighting at school, and only being 30, but fighting at school was a 3-day suspension, and you better have your fucking homework done when you come back on Monday.
Yeah, I don't know what it is now, but...
Oh, Jesus Christ. You fucking hit somebody in school nowadays, I'm sure there's like a fucking 12-step program you have to go through. Anger, well, no, I mean, I had to go through that too. But anger management on top of 12, you have to see a counselor. I'm sure there's a whole fucking list of shit now.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, have you heard these kids and these parents? Well, he told my son that his hair was just awful, and that could hurt. That I'm sure that scarred him for life. You're right.
Emotional PTSD.
Exactly. I've heard that one.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, are you shitting me?
Well, that's where we get into triggered and safe spaces. Which is never going to die on this show ever because we've done them as topics.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Well, I'd like to say I'm sorry you went out like that, but because of the other opportunities it presented, I'm not at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I had already been looking into jobs anyway.
And it gives you a great story.
Yeah.
For any future, like.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's what it's about. It's about the stories.
Right.
Oh yep. I got plenty of stories. Most of them not in my favor. But...
Well, this is what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
We are here to help guide you through telling those stories.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Mr. Life Coach Casey.
Yeah, Tales of the Redbeard.
Oh,
see, that's like a segment unto
itself. We have brought into our own segment. We need somebody to sing that sailor song.
The sea shanty?
Yes.
Like the drunken sailor one?
No, there's the big thing now is there's a sea shanty.
I know that like pirates is a big.
Actually, it should be like yo ho, and then like lead into the tales of the legendary
Tales of the
Redbeard.
legendary
Yeah, that's
Redbeard.
like a great segment. So that means you have to come back on and tell more tales of the legendary Redbeard.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You,
You have
Yeah.
homework to do this week.
you now have
Next
a
week we
segment
will
on the
make
Make new
show.
stories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will not make them, but think of the ones you've already had. Because you've had plenty.
Yeah.
I know. I've told you guys plenty of my stories.
Yeah, we love to hear them. We'll rehash them all for
Oh,
the rest of
yes.
the world.
Absolutely.
So we're totally
Yeah.
excited to see you and to actually get you to commit to
Yes.
doing this.
Yes.
I know. We talked about this forever and ever,
So
and it's cool you guys started it.
I guess predate the podcast. We all used to work together in the same like 20 by 20 room.
20 by 20 is
That-
being generous.
That is
Yeah.
very generous.
Yeah, I was going to say that was at best a 10.
10 by 10,
10 or
but
15.
Eric was kind of around the corner at one point, and then
Yeah.
he moved into the 10 by
Then it
10
got
room.
moved into the 10
Yeah.
by 10.
Yeah. And what I would tell you is that the whole reason that this podcast is even was even thought up,
Oh, yeah, 100% was the conversations the three of us had.
the after five conversations.
Yeah.
We used to call it
Yep.
that all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And everybody who stumbled into them going, you guys should really record
What
this.
in
Yeah.
the fuck are you guys talking about, and why is it not in a podcast?
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
pretty epic. So, I mean, you're
We had a lot of those.
very much the foundation of this. I do have to ask, how is Tinder doing for you lately? You still on that?
I have not. I have not checked Tinder. Pretty sure it's still the same profile you set up for me like
Oh
3
my
years
god!
ago.
No, that's awesome.
Oh my god!
So-
The people that we
That's another
selected
story.
for you on
Oh.
Tinder. You know what's funny is I used to come home and tell my wife about that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "This is a super. I have to tell you this. I feel kind of dirty for this,
I feel dirty.
but I
for
have
this.
to tell you this." And she'd be like, "What in the fuck?" Because I would tell her, I'm like, "Oh yeah, no. Today we set a swipe left and right on all of these different people, right?" And we would remember them.
Yeah.
It was always like, "Oh yeah, that one lady who was the size of a Mack truck with blue hair."
Yeah. Well,
You
and then
know,
I
there's a
did
few
happen
of
to
those.
put him in there as questioning.
I specifically remember that.
Yes.
What was
Yep.
that under like orientation, whatever you put it just under question?
Yeah, it asked for like sex or like
Yep.
what you're, and I
Yep.
put questioning. And
Oh my
I
god, it
got
was
us
so
some
much
interesting
fun.
ones.
Oh my god.
But I would come home and I'd tell my wife this shit. I'd be like, "Yeah, today on Tinder with the legendary Redbeard, we set him up with 5 women that I would be scared to be in a dark alley with." And, and my wife would look at me and she'd be like, "I'm pretty certain this is a form of cheating, but I don't know how to feel about this."
Well, some of those very loose definition of women, pretty sure.
Yeah, that one guy we set you up with, I don't know. I don't know. I was
Hey,
like,
Earl and I are good buddies now. No. Yeah, man, we had some doozies of conversations
Oh,
back
yeah.
in the day.
100%.
oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's
A couple of which I worried about lawyers being involved.
I can say just, well, we've had a few conversations where I'll be honest, I was a little worried for your safety at your own hand.
I was
Yep.
worried about his health, his well-being, his mental stability. I believe you and I had a conversation one day after he had gone home, and it was like, do we need to check him in somewhere? And kind of,
We did the most brutal one was he said something that scared another person at work one
scared
time.
another
Oh.
employee.
That one was a little rough.
And
But
I believe we had a couple of conversations after that, and to be honest with you, Eric, I I have seen when now seeing you since then,
Mhm.
you seem to be in a much better mental
Headspace.
state. Yeah,
Yeah. you seem to be
So
doing okay.
that's good.
Live and learn.
Live and learn. Well, that's good though. We're happy to have you back.
It's good to be here. It's like getting the old band back together.
Right? It is.
we maybe we should tell this story on the next one, but we have a great story
Oh no.
into some background of the legendary Redbeard. Happened on State Street.
Oh.
Are we talking at McCleary's pub?
Yeah.
McCleary's Pub.
Wow.
Man, that was,
The
that was
good
in
old
2018,
days.
right? When was that?
Uh,
That was like 4 years ago now.
was
I think it's about 2.5.
Was it?
We're coming up on 3 years.
3 years? Okay.
Yeah,
3
we're probably
years,
coming
yeah.
up on 3 years. Yeah,
That was a heck of
it
a
was.
night.
Yeah, it was a heck of a night. It was
Yeah.
definitely that was an adventure for all of us.
Yep.
We got you
Yep.
so drunk you were throwing up in the trash can.
I have
and
never
very good
seen an
friends with
Uber
that trash
driver
can.
that confused.
yeah,
I don't even remember getting home. I
Dude,
just woke up the next morning like, okay, I'm here.
I was more impressed. I managed to punch your address in my phone for the Uber.
Well, I think you handled your alcohol a little better than I did.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think I got a chance to. I won't say sober up, but at least come back into coherency that I realized where I was.
I remember getting cut off after getting cut off from alcohol, I got cut off from water too because I kept dropping all my cups of water on people's feet.
It's hard to get cut off from water.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
think I had a holding problem at that point.
You did. You
Yeah.
had a pressure issue. It was like you either squeezed the cup to the point where it broke and fucking spilled water everywhere, or you were like so loose fingered on it that you dropped the fucking
Not
thing.
willing to. Yeah, I was gonna say I had gotten cut off, but that's how drunk I was to the point I didn't know that I had ever been cut off.
No, because they kept feeding me.
Oh, yeah. So it was like,
Imagine that.
Yeah.
They kept feeding the functional alcoholic.
Really?
well, I mean,
Yeah.
you made it work,
Yeah.
but
Even the
Yeah.
one I handed to Eric. Eric, this is water.
dude,
That is not water. It tastes like water. Just drink it. You're right. It kind of does taste like water. Yeah, no, that was straight wrong.
yeah,
Sorry, buddy.
we got a few
Well, I
people.
know at one point you caught me because I'd made a deal with the bartender that I only wanted. We were drinking what, like rum and cokes or something like that.
We drank a lot of
A
rum
lot
and
of rum and
cokes.
cokes.
Hold on. Where are we at for time on this episode?
We're
Oh,
at
yeah.
like hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, because what we're about to get into is a whole night of fun.
It could
So do
be
we
its
wanna-
own thing. Yeah.
We'll have to table this.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
For
what I'm
it-
thinking.
its
Let's
own
table this
episode.
one and wind it into the next one, and we'll really lay it out there. So, with that being said, do you want to hit the would you rather, or do you want to tell everybody goodbye and come back in for?
We'll hit last week's Would You Rather. We'll
All right.
recap that really quick. Yeah, because we got to keep these ones a little bit tighter so we can get them in.
Right, Vance. Kind of got us. It was a great.
Wow, he
It was a
didn't
great
get us, but
farewell to
Yeah.
Vance because actually I've gotten a lot of good feedback on Vance on our episode with Vance, but Vance is actually leaving us and going on a whole different journey in his life and headed to Florida, which I hope to God we don't see him in a Florida man anywhere.
I agree. I hope we
Yeah.
don't either. So that being said, the Would You Rather last week was: would you rather always hit red lights for the rest of your life, or always get slow internet after the sun goes down? And
Interesting.
on the one side, we've got Ray.
Mm-hmm.
If I hit every red light before long, my car would be totaled.
He's got one of them fancy race
Yeah.
cars.
I guess I have to choose slow internet and watch porn in the morn. And then Jenny Grimmett said, I would rather deal with the internet connection. I don't really use it after dark anyways because I'm in bed most of the time. And
Yep.
let me flip over to the other one and see if we have any other comments.
I thought we had another one. I do not know.
Not 100% sure either, but we will get there.
Yeah, because it was one of those would you rather's. It's not like far out there, but
No,
it's
but it makes
enough
you
out
think.
there that makes you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the two that we have.
That's
Uh,
it.
That's
Nobody else
it.
got us.
No, we didn't get anybody.
Ugh.
And I got to go with
We
Ray
have
just
regular
for the.
listeners that I'm gonna have to call out on this one.
Yeah,
This is disappointing.
they're a little slow to the game
You have
on
let
it.
me down.
Yeah, it's tough.
Not really, but I mean, you guys. I know for a fact that we have regular listeners or regular answerers.
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 Okay.
Responders. How about that?
There
Yeah.
you go.
That I'm kind of disappointed. I know for a fact that your wife and my wife have answered or responded to most of them. And honey, you're gonna need to step up your game.
Oh, well, you'll have to see if she listens. My wife doesn't listen, so which is fine. Probably keeps us all out of trouble.
Right.
But I gotta ask, Eric, would
Yep.
you rather always hit a red light for the rest of your life, or always get slow internet after the sun goes down?
Oh man, that does kind of make you think. I'm leaning towards the red light.
You'd
Oh.
rather hit the red lights?
Yeah.
I don't know which one drives me more insane. And
I just say this would you rather is pretty much focused at you because I know you hate traffic. Like having that zit in the middle of your back that you can't reach.
And I got hella flexible arms to reach that shit. But
and I know for a fact you use the internet after the sun goes down.
Oh, yeah.
And it fucking drives you nuts when shit's slow.
yeah, so this
is like the anti-life coach.
This
Would
isn't
you
a
rather?
very aggressive would you rather for me. If it's me, I think I'll hit the red lights.
Really?
Yeah, I can actually take that more because it's not so much like red lights in traffic that piss me off. It's all the other jackasses.
Well, and I know you're the information guy.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure this drives a little bit of that. Give me my fucking information and give it to me now.
Correct. It does. Like I want fast internet.
Yeah.
Like
You're the snowmobile guy. Give me my fucking parts and give them to me now.
Yes. I need that now.
You're the guy who buys the car and God damn it, I want my fucking wheels and my tint, my paint job now. When it comes to this situation.
Well, no, I tell you that comes to most situations just in the fact I don't like to order shit. Like when we're talking like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not I've never understood, which is funny because of the job I work, but
God damn it, be patient.
I'm not I don't like to order stuff. If you don't have it, I'll find it. But my caveat to that is I will do my own research.
See, and this is where I kind of figured you were gonna go. Like I almost wrote it down because I wanted to have the this is how Casey's gonna answer this.
Oh, to see how accurate you were.
Exactly, because like I said, you're the information guy.
Yeah.
You gotta have this happened, but you gotta have the information.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And I'm the opposite. Not to the fact that I don't want my information because I do, right?
Right.
Just bought a car, did hours of research on said car before we even looked at it, anything.
Yeah,
right?
which you have to do nowadays.
Right.
But anyway.
However, in this situation, I want all the information before we go there, right? But at the same point in time, I would rather have the slow internet after the sun goes down.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because I can tell you that in traffic, you wanna send me to the moon and back on an anger rocket? Traffic by far beats out so many things. So many things. It makes me so mad. I got a 8,500 pound truck, and I swear to God, if I could pilot it up everybody's fucking ass every morning on my way to work, I would be on the fucking brown road to work every morning.
Really?
I would fit that thing up so many motherfuckers' asses, it's not even funny.
Wow.
I did specific upgrades to my truck so I could walk the fuck around these motherfuckers, and fucking traffic is just. I want to fucking sucker punch so many people in the face at 7 in the morning. Like, God, get the fuck out of my way!
Yeah. No, I
And
don't.
red lights only add to that.
I don't like red lights per se, but I could handle it better than the slow internet after dark. And I get it. Everybody's like, well, it's after dark. Yeah, no shit. That's really when I get the opportunity to really use it for the things I want to use it for, not my daily life. And I hate this, but my world to a degree is on my phone.
Well, we work off the internet a lot.
Yeah, I mean, everything I do is off the internet, but again, so much of what I do comes right off of my phone because I don't sit next to a phone. Like,
for those of you who don't know, the life coach is the Google man.
Fucking love Google.
He is. Oh, and Google, even though they don't recognize the dose of dysfunction on the first fucking page,
we got to get the website fixed, which we will one day.
I know you are the information guy, and I know a lot of your information comes from looking it up on the internet and trying to find different forums and Google and all of that. So
love a challenge like that.
I kind of knew that this was going to be the...
Yeah. You can't slow that horse down.
I literally wish I could have like texted it to Eric or something and been like, you watch, Casey's the internet guy.
Yeah, because everybody else in the world, I think that's a question that 9 times out of 10 you ask people, and most of them are going to say, no, hell no. I'll take slow internet at night. I'm not hitting red lights.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Now, caveat to that, if you live in a major city where you don't ever drive, you're going to go the other way. You're going to be like, I never drive anyway.
Yeah,
so
no, I can see that.
It's not even a factor anymore.
Yeah, I could see that.
But given where we're at, now the other part is really
we're
rural.
In that weird mix.
We are. Now, if we were really rural, you could make the argument of, well, we only have one stoplight in the whole town. I'm gonna hit one fucking red light.
God damn it, I gotta hit that one fucking red light. And everybody's gonna be like, yeah, I hit that motherfucker too. Goddamn light, you know.
And the pace of that town is gonna be like, nah, I got time.
Middleton.
Yeah, I got time. No big deal.
Up until like last year.
Yeah, it's kind of blown up, but yeah. No, I'm 100%. I'll hit the red lights. Can't do this slow internet.
Like I said, I know you hate traffic like nobody's business, but I knew it.
No.
Eric was a toss-up. I didn't know where Eric was going to be.
Well, he's always kind of the wild card anyway. You've got a chance that he's just going to go, and you're going to be like, oh, well, shit. I wasn't expecting it to go that way.
Well, I was kind of on the fence because I could go either way on this, between red lights or slow internet after dark.
Yeah, because you do a lot of internet stuff after dark, right?
I do. It's kind of the wind down time. So if I had slow internet at that time, it would just be like a constant annoyance.
It would be a ramping you up instead of winding you down type of thing.
Yeah, it would be frustrating.
But on the other side, I'm also kind of on your side of things where I do really hate red lights, especially if you're trying to get somewhere.
Right.
Like, if I'm going to work and I'm hitting every single red light, I'm just going to start the day out on a bad note.
I'm just starting to take back roads and blowing stop signs. Fuck it. Doesn't say anything about that. So, but no, that's where I stand. So, kind of given where we're at and what we're trying to accomplish, I think we're going to wrap this one up from there, though.
Yep. Seems like a good point.
And we will hit back here in just a few with another one, or obviously if you're listening, whenever you decide to listen again, we will have another one for you. So as always, we greatly appreciate you guys. Hit us up on our social medias, email. It's doseofdysfunctionpodcast@gmail. Hit us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Where else?
Twitch, YouTube.
Okay.
I believe we will have and this isn't current, but I believe we will have a website here shortly.
Yeah, we got to work on that. And that will probably help a lot of things. But we're available on a ton of platforms. Obviously, if you're listening, you found us on one of those platforms. But we really want you to engage and be part of the show too. So we very much encourage, please reach out, give us questions, and I'll throw it out again. If you want stickers, hit us up. We'll mail them to you.
Yep. Either email us at
doseofdysfunctionpodcast@gmail.com.
hit us at Dose of Dysfunction Facebook page, Dose of Dysfunction Facebook group. If you, for whatever reason, hear us and
Dose
decide
of
to look at our
Dysfunction on Instagram, you can hit us.
our Instagram or our Twitter.
Twitter.
Anywhere you type in Dose of Dysfunction, we should come up. I believe we are second page if you Google us.
Yeah.
We are first page if you Google us Dose of Dysfunction podcast. And as soon as we have the website up and running and everything's good there, we will have merch of some kind, one way or another.
We should have hats tomorrow, and I'm
We
fucking
should.
stoked for that.
Cool.
So
Anyway,
hit us up. Tell us what you think. If you have a topic you want us to cover, throw that at us, and we'll muddle our way through it or fuck it up somehow, one way or another.
we're good at all of it.
So
Anyway, that's what we got for you. As always, we appreciate everybody, and